Okay, today I'm going to talk about the channel coding techniques for transmission over a communication channel. In fact, in this chapter, we will learn about data structure, and we will also learn that how can we detect and correct the error. Actually, the error that is happened during transmitting the data over channel. Okay, let's talk about data. What is data? What can we say about the data? We say that the binary data that is produced by source and this produced data can be single bit or multiple bit units. As you see here, this is data, can be 0 or 1, can be single bit or multiple bit units. Okay, what is code word? Code word, in fact, for detecting and correcting the error of data, we need to add some redundant bits. We add redundant bits to our data. Look at here. This is our code word, a group of bits. For example, if my source produces 0, the code word of this 0 is 000 with 2 redundant bits. Actually, the 0 value represented by 2 redundant bits, and 1 also represented with 2 redundant bits. The added bit form of data is called code word. Now, the groups of these code words, are called data packets. Data packets. These data packets are basic of data structure. Actually, there are different forms of data structures that are used for transmission over a channel. The purpose of adding redundant bits to data is detecting and correcting the error. Because I want to detect and correct the error. We learned that in the previous chapters, during the transmission data from source to the destination, in the channel, some noises can add to the original signal. For this reason, we need to use some methods to detect the error and correct it in the destination. Then we group these codes to create data packets. Now, using some methods, we can correct the error from the data packets. But in this course, we suppose that no more than one error occur during a data packet interval. Actually, we suppose that we have only single error assumption. Now, look at here. Suppose that we have a single 3-bit code words. Single 3-bit code word. This is transmitted data, which is source produced, and I suppose that I want to use 3-bit code word and send it in the receiver, in the destination. I can have 000 if I have only single error assumption. I can have 001, 010, 100, because the majority bits of code words here is 0, and I know that I have only single error. I suppose that all of these codes 000 is equal to 0. 001 is equal to 0. 010 is equal to 0. 100 is equal to 0. Each of these codes reach to the receiver, to the destination. I suppose these 3 bits as 0, these 3 bits as 0, this one and this one as 0. And in the case of 1, my source produced 1, I add redundant bit and create code word and send it via channel. And in the channel, some noise can add to my data. So again, because I know that I have single error, and if I look at here, I can find that each of bits can be considered as 1, because the majority bits for each 3 bits is 1. Here in 111, I don't have any error. In the source, I have 111 and send it and receive the 111. It means that I don't have any error. But here, 111 changed to 110 because the majority of these 3 bits is 1. I consider these bits as 1. Now, for having a robust system, we have to detect the error, and also if the system requirements demand it, we have to correct it. So the basic error recovery mechanism at the detector is redundancy, either repetition by including additional bits or designing specific bit patterns. The original and basic concept here is redundancy repetition, adding additional bits to the original data which is produced by source. Now, if we add a little redundant bit, we only can detect the error, while Additional redundancy provides error correction. So, more robust error correction codes produced more data. For this reason, we calculate a data increase factor that measure the cost of achieving these capabilities. Data increase factor is equal to final size of data packet divided by original data size. Original data size. Now look at this example. To detect transmission error, we can transmit each digit values twice. Suppose that an original data is 0. Suppose that I have 0 for detecting the error. This 0 is transmitted as 0, 0. 1 bit added to this original one. And if my original data is 1, I transmit it with 1, 1. Now, if the detected sequence of data is like that, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. This is the data sequence. Data sequence. Now, if you look at here, if you look at this sequence, you can find that the third and fourth digital pairs contain error. Why I found that this third and fourth pair contains error? Because I sent the data with 0011. It means that instead of this one, I have to write 0. Instead of this one, I have to write 1. Instead of this one, I have to write 0. And instead of this one, I have to write 0. My original data is this. But instead of 0, 1 and 1, 0, I don't know, I write 1 or 0 because I have error. And because I don't have majority bit counts, the majority of 1 and 0 are the same at these pairs. Now it means that I cannot correct the data, correct the error. Only a digital device can detect the error. In this case, I detect that I have error at this data sequence. Then the device instructs the user to re-enter and resend the data. If I look at here and calculate the diff, data increase factor, We said that final size of data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 divided by original data. Original data have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, which is equal to 2. So what happened in this case? In this case, I cannot correct the data. As you see here, I cannot write, I don't know now, I have to write 0 or 1 here. 0 or 1 here. What can we do? Only the receiver detect the data. So instruct to the source that send again this data. So what can we do that if we want to correct the data? To correct transmission error, we can transmit each digital values with three times, like that. Suppose that I have 1. In this case, if I transmit 1 3 times with 2 redundant bits and 0 as 0, 0, 0. Now, if I send my original data with 2 redundant bits, and if I suppose that the data sequence is like that, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. This is my data packet, the data sequence, which I received it. Now, I want to detect my original data from this data sequence, from this data packet. I say that because I know that the source produced my original data using 2 redundant bits. I suppose that these first 3 bits, 0, 0, 0 is 0, 1, 1, 1 is 1, 0, 1, 0, because the majority count bits. The majority bits here is 0. I consider these code words as 0. What about this one? Because the majority of bits are 1, I consider these code words. Now, this one is 1, these 3 bits is 0. Now, this is my original data. What happened here? I could detect and also correct. Now, the diff is equal to 18 divided by 6, which is equal to 3. Look at here. If diff is 3, I could correct detect and correct. If diff is 2, I only can detect the data. Now, adding one redundant bit to the code is called bit level error detection, which is diff is equal to 2. If diff is equal to 2, it means that I have to send the code, the data with 2 bits each data. Now, in the case of single error, if I have, for example, 2 error, look at here, 0011, this is the another code word. I cannot detect the error. Only if I have single error using 2-bit redundant, 2 redundant bit, I can detect the data. And in the case of bit level error correction, if my diff is equal to 3, I can correct the error, and this method is called bit level error correction. Bit level error correction. Now, if we represent error correction code in a 3-dimensional space, as you see here, in a 3-dimensional space, we can see how far will take single error from valid code. 000 and 111 are my valid code. So if I have single error happened, the code will be 100. Single error happened, my code changed to 110. Single error happened, my code 011. Now, I can say that if I have single and unit space distance from valid code, this distance is called Hamming distance. It means that a single error correction technique has a Hamming distance equal to 1 and also keeps the code within the vicinity of valid code. This distance is Hamming distance. This distance is Hamming. For this reason, 011, 101, and 110 can be considered as 111. And in the case of 000, because this code, the distance of this code with the 000 has a Hamming distance, and also this one and this one have Hamming distance according to the valid code. I say that instead of 010, 100, and 001, we suppose that 000.